Joining us to talk more about the timeline for a rollout and the impact on the economy is Rich Friedman, co-chair of the Board of Trustees at Mount Sinai Health System. Rich, thanks so much for joining us. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Are you confident that once emergency use authorization is given, that the vaccine can be rolled out fairly quickly and meet some of the estimates that are out there at the moment?
Well, what I'd tell Wilfred is we're ready. We've been waiting, for this pretty anxiously. And, I think the panel's recommendation is terrific. So we've been working, feverishly to be in a position to start administering this vaccine as early as next week. So there's a lot of work going on, a lot of planning going on. But, there are going to be, a lot of challenges, as you think, given how fast this has all progressed. And it's been, somewhat of a miracle of science that we're here now. But Mount Sinai is ready to start vaccinating our frontline workers next week.
And what's the expectation about that process for your frontline workers? Do they get a day off? Are you worried about side effects, minor side effects, nothing major? But how are you expecting that to go?
That's a really good question. So, we've had to identify per the city and the state's, regulations, who's qualified to get that. So that represents, we think roughly around 11,000 of our frontline workers out of a total population of over 40,000. We're going to be careful to not, we're going to be looking to vaccinate on somewhat alternate days to make sure that, we don't have, too many people taking, we don't expect that people will be taking days off. We think that, from the studies, over 97 or 98% had very modest symptoms. But we will have protocols for, potential reactions to the shot. So everyone who takes a shot will have to wait 15 minutes to make sure there isn't any allergic or anaphylactic, reaction to it. But no, we don't expect people will be taking days off. We think people may be tired. They may have some pain in their arms, but not everyone gets a reaction. And that's what came through the studies.
You have a unique perspective as not only a chair of a board of trustees at a hospital, but also a division of a major bank. And when we think about the economy and which parts of the economy will be most important for workers to get this vaccine, is there a hierarchy that emerges to you? Because so many CEOs are going to be wanting to categorize their workers as frontline workers, whether it's meat packing workers, the postal service workers, airline workers. Do you think that there should be a specific order in your mind for how, after healthcare workers, how this vaccine flows?
Well, honestly, my opinion won't really matter. This is being handled by, the states. And I think their priorities are right after the healthcare workers. It's going to be the nursing homes. I mean, what we really need to be focusing on who is most at risk. So the nursing home, is clearly a huge place of risk. And then I would say a lot of the urban communities that have been hardest hit would be next. And obviously then people, over 65. So we're not going to have much flexibility here. And I think that's a good thing, because I think everyone would be sending me emails asking me for how they could, step in front of the line. There's not going to be any exceptions. There's going to be a registry. Every single shot, every single vaccine is going to be matched to who it's given to. And there are strict protocols that the city and the state are prescribing to us.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.